Hey guys, welcome back to Du Bois Family Dinner, where we like to eat well on a budget. We are starting our Copycat meal a little early today because Drew is at practice right now. But today we are going to be making Copycat Subway BMT on Italian herbs and cheese bread. All right, so for the Italian herbs and cheese bread, we are going to start with 1.5 cups of warm water. We're gonna pour that into our mixer, and then we are going to add 1 tablespoon of yeast. Ray, you wanna add it? Can you put it in? Oh, try again. Like this. Great helping. So, and then we are going to add a tablespoon of sugar as well. We're just gonna mix that up and let that sit for about 8 to 10 minutes until it gets all bubbly. We are going to attach our dough hook, and then we are going to add 2 tablespoons of olive oil. Then we're gonna add a sprinkle of salt. Where's the salt? Gonna sprinkle? Okay, we're gonna sprinkle in about 1 teaspoon of salt. Hang on, it's not time yet. We gotta add the flour. You ready? You wanna help me? Let's grab a measuring cup. And then we are going to add in 4 cups of flour. Ready? 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, ready? Yep, we already added the salt. We already added the salt and the olive oil. Okay, ready? We're gonna mix it. We're just going to mix this until a ball forms. All right, there's our ball, so we are ready to get started on kneading it. All right, to knead our dough, we are just going to sprinkle our counter surface with a little bit of flour. And we're gonna grab our dough. It's a little bit sticky, so I'm gonna add a little more flour on top of it. We are just going to knead this for about a minute. Okay, you guys, after we're done kneading our ball of dough, we are just going to sprinkle some oil into a bowl, and I like to take a paper towel and just kind of rub the bowl down like that so it gets all oily. And then we are just going to take our dough and put it in the greased bowl and just let it rise until it has doubled, so about an hour. I just like to cover it with a towel, but you can cover it with plastic wrap or whatever it is that you like to do. All right, let's check our dough. It's been about an hour. Oh my gosh, that has more than doubled in size. Okay, so we are going to dump out our dough, and we are going to cut this into fourths. If you wanted to make smaller sandwiches, like a 6-inch sandwich, you could cut it into 8ths. So we're just gonna set these aside. Sprinkle a little bit of flour on the bottom of this one because it's a little sticky from the oil. But we are just going to roll this, kind of fold it and roll it into a long loaf. And then we are just going to do that for each of our 4 sections. Okay, I think flour must have got on the camera or something, so you can't see this time lapse, but all I was doing was rolling out the rest of the loaves. So after we rolled out our dough, we just transferred them over to a baking sheet, and we are going to sprinkle the tops of these loaves with Italian seasoning, and then we are going to sprinkle it with a little bit of cheddar cheese on top of that. So while we are doing this, we are letting our oven preheat to 375. I'm gonna clean up all the cheese that fell in between here. Don't want to waste the precious cheese. Yeah, you want to help? Can, dude. So after we get all of the cheese and seasoning on these loaves, we are going to let these raise for another 15 minutes before putting them in the oven. Okay, it's been about 15 minutes and these have risen up. So we are going to put these in the oven and bake them for about 20 to 25 minutes. Okay, you guys, check that out. Oh my goodness. So these are a little bit bigger than Subway's loaves, I think. So I might actually recommend cutting the dough into 5 loaves. But check it out, they smell so good. It's incredible. Okay, we just transferred our loaves onto a wire rack to let them cool. I'm so proud of these, you guys. You can't really tell on camera, they still look pretty light, but they are nice and golden brown and so fluffy. They look so good.
All right, y'all, time to build our sandwich. So we are gonna just start with the meat and cheese, and then I'm actually gonna toast it. So I'm gonna start with some ham. I know at Subway, they're fancy and folded, and so we're gonna try to replicate that somewhat. Okay, so start with the ham, and then I'm gonna go ahead and put our salami. So obviously you make this to your preference and your type. This Italian BMT, I know it's one of the cheaper ones and my personal favorite. So you really can dress it up however you'd like. Okay, now we're gonna add pepperoni. So we have just the small ones, where in Subway they have the big ones to match salami. So we're just gonna make do. Okay, and then we'll add our cheese and toast it. So any cheese will do. We're trying to just use what we have. So we had some leftover shredded mozzarella, so we're gonna use that. Okay, and then to toast it, we just put our oven on broil. I'm gonna transfer this over. We're just gonna put it on broil for just about a minute or 2. So it's been about a couple minutes. Just got the cheese melty, the bread toasty. So we're gonna transfer that back on over to our building station. Holy Toledo, that's hot. Okay, so to build it, and again, this is where you make it your own. We just use the veggies that we have. So we had some spinach left over. So we're gonna throw some spinach on there. We're gonna go and do tomatoes, go onions. A little pro tip, and something that I always like to do at Subway, is you can put veggies on before you toast it. So, you guys know I love spicy, so sometimes I'll add jalapenos and onions before toasting, and we could have done that tonight, but didn't. And then I'm going to add a smear of mayonnaise to the top bread. And then the topping sauce can be whatever you guys like. Personally, I just wanted to add a little extra spice, so I'm just gonna do a drizzle of sriracha on top. Sometimes at Subway, I'll do the Southwest sauce or the sweet onion sauce, but really up to your taste. So now I'm just gonna fold it on top and then cut through it like they do at Subway. And there you have it, our homemade Italian BMT. Thanks for watching.